Mes amis, au secours.
My friends, please help. A woman has just frozen to death. Tonight, in all the cities of France, this should be heard. Those of you who suffer, wherever you might be, with nowhere to sleep, nowhere to eat, take hope. We love you.
Reprends espoir, ici on t'aime.
The words of French priest Abbé Pierre in a call to action to help France's homeless. The harsh winter of 1954 had claimed the lives of hundreds of people living on the streets. 60 years on, France and Europe's homeless problem shows no signs of disappearing and actually appears to be getting worse. In addition, more and more people in Europe are living in poor housing, due in large part to the global financial crisis. Increasing numbers find themselves in dilapidated accommodation. France's homeless problem appears particularly acute. In the last decade, the number of people in poor housing has risen by 50%. This affects more than 3.5 million French. Just under 150,000 are living on the street. But it's not only France. The latest figures show homelessness across Europe has increased. The most notable rises taking place in those member states hit hardest by the economic crisis and in big cities like London. The rise in poverty and social exclusion also remains a worrying trend across the EU. Equally concerning, perhaps, is the figure that just under 10% of Europeans live in severe deprivation. Figures suggest women, children and those under 25 find getting proper accommodation and escaping the poverty trap especially difficult. Some 50,000 Roma in France also struggle to obtain social housing. In Greece, the lack of jobs has also pushed thousands onto the streets. One of the fastest growing reasons across Europe for homelessness is when tenancy agreements end, people are unable to find or afford an alternative. During his election campaign, President François Hollande made improvements in social housing one of his priorities. But 60 years since Abbé Pierre's appeal to help France's homeless, critics say the government has failed to do enough to fulfil this pledge, as well as get people off the streets.